This is day 3 working on the lumber behind me. I unloaded one trailer over at the barn behind this greenhouse over here. That was the first day. Then the second day I started this one. I actually thought it may go a little bit faster. I thought by now I'd be finished. I'd be treating the wood and covering it up and getting ready to go back out to work on my small house. But that wasn't the case, because I guess I realize now that it's going to take a little bit longer, because each of these pieces of lumber I have to touch, and I have to take the nails out of each piece. And of course there's a bunch of 16D nails in them attached to 2x4s that are holding about 3 or 4 of these 2x6s together. So of course I have to touch each and every one of those. So it is going a little bit slower, but what can you say? This is the way things are, and it makes me realize also that there's a lot more that goes into building a house, or building a house the way that I'm building it, than just getting your materials, going out there and building, and that's it. First of all, of course, I'm doing video, so that takes a minute. And then, of course, I'm using reclaimed lumber and whatever else I can reclaimed, so that I don't have to spend a bunch of money, because I think it's kind of a waste to actually have lumber around that you can reuse and keep out of the landfills, or keep from having to burn it, or whatever else people do with it to get rid of it. But since this lumber was available, I thought it would be a great idea. Of course, my brother got it, told me about it, and of course I was in 100%, because that saves a lot of money. The cost of 2x6 by 10, 16, and 20 is pretty significant. So getting this much lumber is a great windfall for the both of us, because he'll use it here around his farm, ranch, whatever he likes to call it, and I'll use a lot of it out there on the small house, because I still have a porch to do. And in the future, if I get an opportunity, there will be a chance to do more structures. So framing it up with 2x6s would be great. Although I could use 2x4s, but I have this lumber now. And of course, I'm putting in the sweat equity to get all the nails out. So that's going to be a great thing also, because it actually makes me realize that you have to have an investment in this whole project, unless you want to spend all your money. You could do that too, but I think it's, let's just call it a learning experience if you do all the work yourself, and you'll be able to reap the benefits of it. When it's actually up, you'll know that each and every piece, or mostly each and every piece of this house that you're building, you've actually put some sweat equity in it outside of just building it. Instead of just going and buying it, you've done a little bit more. So as you can see behind me here, there's this lumber here on the ground. I have to stack it over here on top of this other lumber, and there's lumber on the other side also that I have to stack that up, treat it, and then I can cover it up to get it ready for whenever we get a chance to use it. So that's what's going to happen today. So the next video, or a part of this video, will be a time lapse of me doing that. So that's what we're going to have this morning, and probably all day. Hopefully I can get most of it done today, or the remainder of it. Then I could go back out to the small house and start doing some work out there.